My name is Simon Delaere. I'm from iMinds, a research center in Brussels in Belgium. And we're going to do something, an experiment now that fits into the SPECIFI project. And SPECIFI project in 5 words is a European funded project that aims to give ICTs to creative industries in many cities in Europe. We provide creative industries, which is arts and crafts, media, advertising, tourism even, very broad definition. We give them ICT tools and we let them experiment to make new products, to make new performances, and to try and also market these performances outside of their own cities and regions. So the whole thought behind it is that you can use ICT to empower small companies in Europe to sell and to perform outside of their own markets. So that's the basic idea of the project. And what we're doing is we're setting experiments up in several cities, and when these work, we try and transplant the results to other cities and see whether we can market that. That is slowly evolving. We're doing this for 2 years now. It's slowly evolving into the Creative Ring. Creative Ring is more of a sustainable network of these hubs, these creative hubs between European cities, where in each hub we have a creative community that is managed. We give them the tools, and they're more on a sustainable, not such an ad hoc basis. They're able to do experiments together. So that's what we're trying to do. Basically, what this is going to look like is physical locations, hubs, places like this one. We're talking to Manchester, to Bristol. We have The Egg in Brussels, very nice place. Fabra y Coats, very nice place in Barcelona, where a lot of creatives meet. That's where these guys come from. So we're going to have that. In each of these, we're going to have creative communities working together. We're going to give them co-creation tools, and that's what you're going to see here in a few minutes. Tools that allow these different hubs to create in real time, the kind of collaborative jamming, as it were, as we've been talking about here. And besides those co-creation tools, a number of other interesting tools that they can use together. So that's the kind of components that the Creative Ring, which will be launched this month, will consist of. And maybe if I can spend 1 minute about this project called CreatiFI. For any of you creatives out there, or if there's developers here that are interested in developing a piece of software or an application for the creative industries, there's this new project that launched this month and is basically 4 million in European funding for SMEs, guys like you who have good ideas to do something for the creative industries, a new application, a new way of influencing the process of creating. And it's very low threshold. We have 4 hubs that work together, and you can apply. The open call is, the call is open now, and at least 60 developers get a starting funding of 10K euros. They get guided, they get business clinics to see whether it works or not. They get, even if it's promising technology, we even get you in touch with venture capitalists in order to get you really started, and we hope that some really nice companies are going to come out of it. So if you have a good idea, very low threshold. There's a few flyers at the bar over there. I think the open call runs for a month more, so do apply or do talk to me if you need more information. But now to the thing we're going to do today. And here we come into the odyssey that we've gone through today. The idea was that we would show a co-creation tool that we have, which was developed by our colleagues in Barcelona, and it basically allows co-creation from a distance. So it allows musicians, performing artists to work in real time in different locations, to make music, to do new dances and so on. We have 2 musicians stand by in Barcelona this morning, and the technology was ready, and what we then found out was that there's some kind of hidden Chinese wall in this building that doesn't allow us to connect to the artists in Barcelona. So you can imagine that has been a bit of an issue, and it got Gerard and the colleagues working for about 12 hours now to try and get this straight. What we did was that we decided to ditch the Barcelonese story, because the artists obviously had to go to another gig in that afternoon. What we decided a few hours ago is that we would use the technology to set a Barcelona kind of 20 meters away. So Barcelona is now located over there. And this is the good part. The artists in Barcelona were a pianist and a drummer, I believe. And so we were going to have, with Steve Lawson here, famous bassist here on stage, we were going to have a nice session with him. So that wasn't possible. So what we did was we made use of this fantastic community here. We asked Michaela, can you get us another artist to perform here? And she said, right, give me 5 minutes. And really 5 minutes later, she came with this great artist that is now set up over there. Mr. Flight, I believe Ross Flight, who performed here yesterday. And the good thing is that it's not just guitar, it's not just piano, and you know, for those who've seen it yesterday, it's really him using his own technology, which is using his own gestures and captured in 3D to make music. So what we can do now, and that's the good part, is to go beyond the normal and do a little kind of improvised jam session between the bassist here and Ross Flight over there with his 3D body gesture music creation technology. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to show that to you. And then after we've done that, obviously it's your turn, because our technologies, the technology of the guys in Barcelona, is also part of the hackathon here. So if you're interested, you can join and use the technologies and come up with a good idea yourself. And the best idea will be awarded tomorrow. Ticket and a hotel to Paris for the Music Tech Fest in Paris, where you can show what you have done. So we'll be deciding on that tomorrow. Okay, we're gonna start. Special thank you to the guys, to the people here, the artists obviously, and I include the Barcelonese guys because they spent all morning preparing for this, to then not being able to get through. The people from Music Tech Fest, obviously, who've been very helpful. The people from the Specify project, and then the sponsors that make this possible. Let's go.